All right, welcome to the channel. My name is Matt, and in this video, I want to let everyone know who I am, who MP3 Fitness is, and why I'm starting the YouTube channel MP3 Finance. So, a little bit about myself. I'm located in California. I'm 28 years old. I grew up in a small farm town in the middle of the valley called Yuba City. And growing up, I was always a heavy kid. I loved to play sports, but I didn't really care for school. Um, and so my senior year of high school, while everyone's filling out their college applications and all of those things, I already knew that I was going to be moving from Yuba City to Folsom, and so I knew I was moving. I knew I didn't want to do school, and I knew I wanted to make money. So I was just ready to get out of high school, and when I did, I moved up to Folsom, and there was a few months there where I didn't have a job, I didn't have school, and I really just started focusing on exercising, and that's when I started to really learn on how to eat properly. And so it took me about a year, and I lost over 130 pounds. And in that process, too, I started to self learn, I guess, as a way. I never liked traditional education, but I found podcasts and audiobooks. Um, and if you would tell me that I'd have a bookcase when I was in high school behind me with all these books that I've read, I would have smacked you in the face thinking, what are you smoking? But in that process, I found a bunch of different topics that I really enjoyed to learn about and saw the benefit of those things that I could get out of it. And so um, after that, worked a bunch of side jobs, got an office job at a healthcare company as an accountant, and just realized I don't want to be an office guy. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to work up the corporate ladder. And so I got certified as a personal trainer and got those requirements and got a job at a big gym in Folsom, the Lifetime Fitness. And I worked there for a few years, but it was a lot better than being in the office, but you still have to clock in and out. You still got to tuck your shirt in. You still got to listen to your boss. You got to do this. You got to do that. I wanted to do things on my own terms. And I decided to start my own company. Ironically, a few months right before COVID, and at that time, I had recently just bought a house, just bought a condo, and so this was my setup in the garage of the condo, and eventually the HOA said no go to that, and so I sold my house. My family sold their house in Folsom, and we bought a multifamily property um, up here in Cameron Park, and now I've got a much larger, nicer setup. So that is a little bit of background on me and MP3 Fitness, and um, while I was doing all the discovery of the things that I like to learn, all the self learning, I really started to get more involved into finance because I always grew up interested. My grandmother had stocks, and she would have the stock channel on sometimes, and it was always interesting to see the ticker. She'd say, "Oh, I made money today. Oh, I lost money today. Oh, that's my stock. It's red." And it was interesting to watch. And so I was always kind of those wheels were turning in my head. Um, and when I was at Lifetime, I had many clients where a lot of their wealth was made through investments. Obviously, their job was a big part of it, but also their investments. Um, and as I was listening to multiple podcasts, and books, you keep hearing next time there's a market crash, you have to put money to work. So when I left Sutter Health, I had a pension and a 401k. I cashed out my 401k. It was tiny. I cashed it out, and that's what funded the purchase of my gym equipment, my Rogue setup. Um, and then the pandemic happened, and I had this pension that I had to roll over into a Roth IRA. And so I said, well, it looks like the world's ending, but I have this pension. I got to roll it over. If the world ends, it's not going to matter anyways. So I went through that process and rolled that money over, and that's when I started investing in the stock market for myself personally. Um, and then my focus shifted on, instead of reading about macros and exercise and all this, it was fully finance, personal finance, taxes. As a business, how to run a business and grow revenue and expenses, all those things. So my time, and during COVID, you had a lot of time. So um, I really shift my focus from fitness to finance. Um, and so that is why I wanted to start this MP3 Fitness channel, because I'm currently, I passed this SIE exam, this Securities Essentials, or Securities Industry Essentials exam. And now I'm also working on trying to pass the Series 65 exam. So these are exams through FINRA that would help me get on the path to get employed, back to being an employee for a financial firm. And then we'll see where we go from there. Um, but my goal here with the YouTube channel is to help other people be more in tune with their own finances, and just help other people with education on what they can do for their personal assets. So I have here my objective, my strategy, and my tactics. This applies for myself, but this is the framework for the YouTube channel. So my objective is to have financial freedom and remove myself and others from the rat race. If you don't want to be in the rat race, there are alternatives out there. You see so many different alternative lifestyles out there on the Insta or whatever social media you use. And so another part of the objective is to have time and freedom to do the things that fulfill and stimulate my interests. So I love to golf. I love to exercise. I love to learn now. Who would have thought? You can't do those things if you're working at a desk that is sucking your brain and your willpower throughout the day. It's hard to find the time to do some of those things. So I want my lifestyle to be completely in charge of myself. I want my time to be completely up to me. Yeah, there's always going to be things that you don't want to do, but you got to do them. That's totally understood. So what is my strategy here? This is a three-part strategy. It's very simple. You need to attain capital. That's why we work. That's why we have those 9 to 5s. And then we need to multiply that capital. And once you multiply that capital, you need to retain that capital. Most people totally understand the attain capital part. I go to work, I attain capital. The other two is completely not in anyone's thought process. Not anyone. Most people. Most people go to work. They say, okay, I'm making money. Now I go spend that money. Now I need to make more money because I'm spending more money. I have more hobbies. I have a family. I've got a house. Your expenses, your lifestyle is always going to expand. So you have to expand how much you make. It's hard to do that in this day and age where they're printing money left and right and they're inflating the dollar away. So in this new world, we have to attain money. Everyone understands that, but then we have to multiply that money. And that is through investments. You multiply your money through businesses, investments, real estate, whatever that is. You need to find ways to multiply the money that you're working hard for, because the money that you're working hard for is being devalued every day. And then once you multiply your capital, you need to retain your capital. So if you buy a house and you sell a house and you make money on it, you can't go put that into an NFT and then there it goes, bye-bye. So that is the 3 simple steps. And then that's the strategy, the tactics, the levers that you can pull that are going to help facilitate that strategy is... And I threw this together in about 10 minutes, but these are things I've been thinking of. I'm sure I'm leaving stuff out here, but this is just a brief overview. Tactics. Find and invest in star businesses. If you put money into Apple 20 years ago, you'd be doing real well. If you were able to invest in SpaceX 10 years ago, you'd be doing real well. And also I have on here, use options to hedge / leverage your position / capital. So I've got multiple videos out and will be coming out to help explain options. And then the last tactic here is to always be curious, always be seeing what's the next technology, what's a good opportunity, where's good real estate, how can I save more money, how can I make more money, on and on and on. Always be curious. So I hope that gives a brief insight into myself, MP3 Fitness, and why I'm starting MP3 Finance. And to end the video, I would like to play a short video from Kobe that always just gets me juiced up. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you watch more videos down the road, and I can provide some value, and we all can learn something and reach our goals.
Hello everyone. I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. However, I couldn't completely miss the chance to take a moment to share some thoughts with all of you. The lesson I cherish the most is how important it is to love what you do. If you love what you do and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious, always seek out things you love, and always work hard once you find it. So with that, I'll let you carry on with your evening. Please know I'm thinking of you, supporting you, and encouraging you always.
Boom. Doesn't that just jazz you up? All right, everyone. Like I said, stay tuned for more videos, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.